Alright guys, it's your boy Shades and Trades here. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Soundhound up another 16% on the day. Buyers stepped in again, and we broke out above this level that we previously got rejected at yesterday. It looked like it was over, and yet buyers stepped in huge and broke above that $6 level. If it holds $6, we could potentially see 752 and then possibly back in the $9 to $10. I was not kidding when I made several videos telling you guys buy this under $4 and wait for $10. We could see $10 yet again. And it is possible, especially for a Friday. We're getting buyers stepping in on a Friday, which is surprising. Usually Fridays are sell-off days, usually. Not always, but they tend to be sell-off days. People taking profits and just calling it a day and going to do whatever they do for their weekend. But right now we're seeing buyers just step in huge. We'll see if there's a huge sell-off later in the day. We still got 3 hours, about 3 hours of market open. If this closes strong on this green candle, be on the lookout for the next move to 770. And then we'll see what happens from there. Again, we could go to $10. So for those of you who bought under $4, if this thing goes to 10, whew, that's over 2x, my friend. That's quite some money you made, all because you were patient and disciplined and you waited for this thing to go under $4. So congratulations to the people who bought in. Soundhound AI, a good long term, and you want to be a cheapskate and buy it when no one wants it. Of course, no one wants it when it's $4, but now people want to chase it up on news. And one thing I've learned from keeping an eye on Soundhound here is if you look at the press releases, they don't really release press releases that often. They don't drop them often. 4 months ago they released what? 3 PRs. 3 months ago 2 PRs. 2 months ago 3 PRs, and then last month 1 PR, and this month they got 3 PRs going. So on average, because I don't know about you guys, but I like to look at the stocks PR strategy. What is their PR strategy? How often do they release PRs? And it's looking like Soundhound loves to release about 2 to 3 PRs every month, which would add up to about what 20 to no not 20, 24 to 36 PRs a year. And out of 20, let's just say 20 to 30 PRs a year. So out of 20 to 30 PRs a year, and if we zoom out here and go to 2024, this is the start of 2024. So this is the kind of data that I like to look at personally whenever I'm starting to keep track of a new company that I've never heard of. So this is 2024 here. I'm going to mark it with a vertical line. And since then, we've had on average 2 to 3 PRs every month, right? And it's been 7 months so far because it is July. So 7 times, let's lowball it and let's use the low end number. So 7 times 2, 14 PRs. So out of 14 PRs that were dropped, 1, 2, 3. Out of 14 PRs dropped, 3 of them actually moved the share price, with Nvidia's disclosure being the biggest move from 168 to $10. And here we moved from a low of 355 to 582, and then here from a low of 388, and who knows how far this is going to go. It could go back to 10. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you've been paying attention, we know they release about 2 to 3 PRs every month, and on average, out of 14 PRs, 3 of them actually move the share price, and they move them a significant enough amount that you can make about 50 to 100% gains, maybe even more depending on where you buy in. And that's good. That's good data to know, because now you know ahead of time. Like, wait a minute, there's a pattern here we can take advantage of. We can just buy when no one wants it down here, nice and cheap, and let everyone else chase it up for us, and then take profits, rinse and repeat. Or if you're long you can just continue to accumulate it when it gets nice and cheap. Just add the just lump sum a huge position down here because it's come down here already twice. So I should extend that rectangle, by the way, just so that it makes more sense. But hopefully you get what I'm saying here. And another piece of data is this year alone, we've had 3 runs. Regardless of what caused these runs, there's been 3 runs this year. And if we look at 2023, let's go back to 2023 now. We got to look at that data as well. 2023, back here, we had 1 run, then 2 runs, and then that's it. That's it. 2023 only had 2 runs. So what can we take away from this? We can take away that on average about 2 to 3 runs is what we get every year. And then the share price comes down nice and cheap, and then no one wants it, and then it runs up again 2 to 3 times the next year. That is the data that I'm gathering here for you guys. So hopefully this helps you out when making decisions in terms of buying either long or if you're just looking for a fat swing trade. So yeah, let me just draw that out for you in case you're like confused. So here's 2023, had a nice run here. Here's another run. And then it just kind of, no one wanted it down here. And then boom, another run, and here's another one. So again, maybe this year is going to be different. Maybe we have more runs this year. Maybe we have 5 runs instead of just 2. Either way, this tells you wait for it to get down nice and cheap, buy it, and then the next run happens, you take profit. And that's it. You can take advantage of these cycles. So this is the kind of data that I bring in terms of technical analysis. Because I can't look too far back. 2022, did this stock even exist in 2021? I can't see that far back here. Like I'm trying to